Welcome back inside the Now Morning Show. It's that time of the year again where we get ready for the Emancipation Support Committee's EWA Afrika 2024. It's happening on June 2nd at Queen's Hall. This morning, I have the Creative Director, Mr. Richard Young, joining us on set, alongside the Executive Chair of the Emancipation Support Committee, Uzuma Wadada. Good morning and welcome to the show. Or welcome back, I should say.
Yes, good morning and good morning to your audience this morning. Yes.
How are we doing this morning? Besides tired, I know it's Friday and it's early in the morning, but besides that, how are we doing?
We okay, we coping.
Yeah. Yes, yeah.
We are coping and hopefully well.
Nice. All right, so we're getting ready for EWA Afrika 2024. Richard, what is on the agenda for this year, creatively speaking?
Well, this is the third incarnation of EWA Afrika, which I have been directing. And the first year we called it, the subtitle was Nubian Renaissance. And last year we called it Sankofa Style. And this time it's called the Folklore. And so my visioning for it is that what seems to be futurist is us going back to our indigenous folksy ways. And so that is what seems to be prevailing all over the world, the prevailing ethos, which is let's go back to our indigenous selves in agriculture, in medicine, in all sorts of practices. And I think that us finding our selfhood by identifying our identity indigenously relies a lot on the folk, and the folk is what morphed in our space that makes us unique and special. And you know how I feel about the Caribbean aesthetic, and it's emboldened majorly by Afro-Caribbean style. So yes, we have two African designers in the show, but we also have Caribbean Afro-centric designers as well as a plethora of local artisans who make their indelible marks on fabric and through surface treatment, paintings, applique, use of color, use of notions, silhouettes that are all having an Afro-futurist, for want of a better word, perspective.
And I love that you're saying Afrofuturist, but we're going back to the folklore.
Yes.
How do you find the artists or the designers that would reflect this theme and this imagery? How difficult is it to find them and to choose them?
Well, after I choose them, I kind of embolden them with the thinking. I think sometimes creatives need to be guided, you know, so that they just will be making clothes. Otherwise, they'll just be making clothes to cover nudity. You need to be part of some kind of identity branding. You need to be part of making a statement that is memorable and experiential. And so when we have our preliminary talks to them, that is what I think inspires them or influences them. Let me go after applying myself to this theme. And so
you're saying that the designers are making these outfits specifically for this show?
Yeah, for this show, yes. So all of them are doing that. So, and that's what makes it so exciting for me. It's one of my most exciting projects because I do it in theatric style. And usually we would have done it in the Garden Theatre, which was wonderful because it's open air and outdoor and very island. But we're going inside of Queen's Hall this year.
You get more
so
theater.
Now I am challenged with a very theatric presentation, excellent lighting coming from Celia Wells.
Oh, gosh.
And stagecraft, really. So I'm really invigorated about how I'm going to showcase fashion in the hall.
Yeah, and I think it's exciting because you get the opportunity to do more theater with it and to bring it in that style. Uzoma, tell me about the relationship between the Emancipation Support Committee and the designers, because I mean, through Richard, you would have been continuing to explore the different designers for the three, the two and this one coming up here now.
Yes. So even prior to Richard's working with us, we were doing a fashion show every year. And we called it EWA Afrika at that time. And with it, Richard, we moved it to, as we tried to elevate the product, we went to EWA Afrika. So we've had a long standing relationships with quite a lot of the designers, many of them who have come over from EWA Afrika into EWA Afrika, which of course have also introduced and brought to us some other designers. So we have a really good relationship with all of them, and before each show we try to meet with them, you know, so that they too, we get a sense to them of the value of the event to them, because, you know, for us, it's not just about putting on fashion on a stage. It is everything that we do is about sending a message, is about stimulating that pride in our African selves and what we are able to create as African people. And it is also about creating opportunities, you know, for our people to earn income, to make their seek excellence within their craft, and also to demonstrate our best selves. So,
what is the message that we're hoping to send with this one this year?
Okay, so, the theme for our festival is moving forward with our heads up. That's the theme for the whole festival this year. And Richard can explain, but if you look at the flyer and the graphic, you see we even as they come together in that kind of Ubuntu sense, what you would call it? Formation. Yeah, because you are. We see everybody looking up, because we really do believe that as we continue to deal with the struggles that continue to face African people in the world, not only here at home, but in the world, we have to keep moving forward, keep paying attention. The heads up is also about not only about pride, but it's also about paying attention. We have to pay attention to what is happening in our space, so that we can continue to protect ourselves and our children who are yet to come, So that battle continues, but we're moving forward with that fresh energy, that fresh strength and courage, pride in ourselves and our achievements to date, and also paying attention to what's happening around us.
Most definitely.
Yes.
Richard, if people want to get tickets, where can they get them? How much do they cost?
Well, the tickets cost $300 and $350. $350 is always a little better seating. And you can call into the Emancipation House, which is at 5 Bergerac Road in Marval. Shakia will give you the number offhand.
235-5008. And
also online at Queen's Hall box office.
Queen's Hall's website and at Queen's Hall's box office.
All right, fantastic. Yes. So the tickets are $300 as the general seater.
Yes.
$350 for the best seating. And there's the image that you were talking about on the screen now.
Yes, it's beautiful.
The whole iconography of Ubuntu is that coming together, and it is I am because you are, but also I am because we are.
Yeah.
It's strengthened by that, and it's that whole collective visioning. As you're looking forward with your heads held high, and that visioning is what we're trying to tell the designer. Their responsibility to their craft is, and the responsibility to the nation, because it's not just about making clothes. I always have these talks about them. You have to be part of a bigger program, and it has to be nationwide, because we encapsulate a very nationwide representation. We have Sarah Niesman from Point Forte. We have another lady called Flunks from Cunupia. We have Zoana from Arima. We have Tobago in the house, So we kind of really make it nationwide in terms of participation. There are over 20 designers, about 80 models. They're performing acts like Charmaine Ford, Atta Clan, Dion Batiste doing dancing, Wasafoli drummers. So it's really very, very theatrically infused.
Yeah, but it sounds also like a beautiful community as well.
Yes.
So I'm really happy that we're able to get these designers from near, far, from everywhere and bring them together for this one night, which is happening again on June 2nd at Queen's Hall. You definitely want to be a part of it. But before we wrap this morning, I need to ask, how are preparations coming along for the Emancipation Village and all the other celebrations that take place?
Thank you so much, Rokas, because I'm here itching to want to say that.
Come on, we have a minute. Let's do it quick.
Second, quickly, yeah. So we launched the festival next week, Saturday, May 25th. This year we are doing it in collaboration with the Port of Spain City Corporation. So it is going to be held at City Hall. So we are taking the launch to the city. And we all are welcome, and this event, of course, we're going to speak about the festival. We're going to give you all the details about what to expect for this year's festival. And we have the Honorable Dr. June Suma, who is the new chair of the Permanent Forum for People of African Descent. She is going to be our featured guest speaker, albeit via online. And then our minister would be launching the formal opening of the festival.
Fantastic. So we look forward to the festival launching on May 25th, but of course we also look forward to EWA Afrika 2024, which is the first major event happening on June 2nd at Queen's Hall. You don't want to miss it. Ladies and gentlemen, let me say thank you so much going out to Richard Young and Uzuma Wadada for joining us this morning and sharing this information, and all the best to you guys as we get into the season.
Thank you so much.
No problem. We take a quick break and come back with more on the Now Morning Show. Stay tuned.